Escape with us along a railway that weaves in and out of England and Wales aboard the Northern Belle. We're embarking on an historic adventure that charts the story of two ancient nations. From Norman times,
walking around the castle is like going back through time.
On to the Industrial Revolution.
It's really great fun to drive. It's just great being around trains.
And up to the current day, with a most modern way to take in the sights.
Whoa, we're looking at Malvern Hills and Worcestershire there. Fabulous scenery today.
We'll experience the grandeur and wealth that was born of Wales's mines, all while aboard a luxury heritage train.
Great journey. It's a nice, relaxing journey, and you've got this beautiful scenery to look at.
This is no ordinary railway journey. This is one of the most scenic railway journeys in the world, the Welsh borders. We're about to embark on a weekend jaunt that begins in Lancashire and weaves its way along the Wales-England border before arriving in historic Cardiff. For this special trip, a special train. The Class 57 diesel locomotive, the Scarborough Castle. The railway is carrying us down through Kevin in the Dee Valley. Once a sleepy place, it sprung up thanks to its bountiful coal, iron and stone. And those materials needed to be transported across the River Dee.
We're now just coming up to Kevin Mawr Viaduct, which is an amazing construction in engineering terms and a sight to behold. (1,500 feet long), this viaduct was built in 1845 by Henry Robertson. Made from local sandstone, it stands 147 feet high. And just 1 mile from the viaduct, we swap a 1,000-foot-long stream in the sky. This is the longest aqueduct in Great Britain.
The aqueduct was built by Thomas Telford. Started in 1795, finished 10 years later in 1805. It's a huge structure. It's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable structure.
Its 18 arches tower 126 feet above the river, and at just 12 feet wide, manoeuvring along it is not for the faint-hearted.
It's just an absolute sheer drop, no railings on the right-hand side. You get one or two of the boaters freak out a little bit, and many of them sort of climb off and walk across it. It's a cracking view, isn't it?
Out of Wales and back into England, towards the Shropshire Plains. And there's plenty yet to come as we continue south. We'll be exploring the Shropshire Hills from land and sky. With our first leg of Wales behind us, we're back in England. Our train continues through Shrewsbury before climbing up into the Shropshire Hills and on to Ludlow. Our train is now on the Welsh Marches line, hurtling through the Shropshire Hills. And we're deep in a valley flanked by the Long Mynd. a 1,700 feet high ridge running 10 miles from north to south. This is one of the most ancient rock formations in the UK, and Peter has spent 22 years working up here.
So we're standing on some of the oldest land in Britain. It's Precambrian rock, and it basically is a collection of mud washed off a continent, formed on the seabed and compressed over 600 million years, transported from Antarctica to the present day, turned on its side by geological activity, and what we can see now is these layers of mud.
The Long Mynd holds a geological secret. Charles Darwin, a Shropshire man, the Welsh Marches.
The Welsh Marches were historically the borderlands set up by the Normans to control the border between Wales and England.
The Marches were a frontier land controlled by Norman invaders, largely independent of English rule. And to keep Welsh rebels off the fertile earth, they built one of the largest concentration of castles in the UK. We'll be getting off at Ludlow, where one of the most impressive